In today's video, I am going to be talking about a recent game that my U12 or my 11U team played just recently. We did a fantastic job on trapping at half court, and we're going to be talking about that today. What makes a successful half court trap, and what these guys did really well to allow us to get so many steals, win the game by 30, and just kept on rolling. So let's get down and let's check this out. And if you coach a really young team as well, and you're allowed to play a zone or a trap in your league at this age, this is a great strategy. Okay, so right off the bat, we are pressing right at half. Now, they tell us that we're supposed to stay behind, about a foot behind the half-court line, which will allow this player to get at least one step past half. So that is how we are playing it. And at this time, what we are doing is we are covering, or we are double teaming the man at half. We want to try and force him towards the right or left side so that we can trap along that sideline. What happens at younger ages, especially lesser experienced teams, is they will pick up that ball before half, and if we have the wings covered as well as the middle covered, we run, and at times, not always, but at times we run a 2-3 half-court trap, and if every position, the wings, middle, and other wing is 100% covered, then there will be turnovers. So what happens here is this player passes to the wing. We were not able to cut that pass off in time, which then allowed Keneal to come over, trap that side, and then we also had Max right here, who was face guarding or straight up guarding, not forcing one way or the other, that player. The idea here is for now Keneal to come over to take this side away, and of course these two players to move this player towards the sideline, because we want to trap right at half court along the sidelines. When this happens, right away, while some people may say, oh, we're making contact, you are allowed to make a little bit of contact on that offensive player, as long as you are not totally pushing the player out of the way. Things like what we see right here is not going to be caught by the referee. There's a referee on this side, and there's a referee on behind Max, which means that this little small contact will never be called. We were then able to get that ball back, and we were able to go all the way back in the opposite direction, and we were able to get a ton of points right off the bat, right at the start of the game from this trap. We were leading 11-0. Now this pass, we tried to intercept. We were unable to get it, but we were close. When this happens, we need to cut off any path towards the paint. We do not want any player to have a free lane to the basket, and Desiree did this extremely well. I would actually prefer him to try and direct this player towards the sideline instead of giving him middle. However, we will talk about that at a future date. However, we were able to cut off that drive, force the man into a floater, and at the younger ages, it's not usually the easiest of shots, and later on, we were able to get this ball back. We switch into a man-style, chaser-style defense, depending on the situation, and we were able to then get that ball back. Now, this next situation is something that I teach all of my players because this is extremely important. So now, this is smart. This man tried to do a fake pass, which got these guys into the air. That was fantastic. And then I always instruct the middle defender, in this case it's a Desiree, to always try and get in front of his man so that he can pick off any of these long passes. Well, he's able to get in front, he's able to get his hand on it, but he was unable to intercept it. Now, in this case, Max should be dropping back. However, I instruct my wings, these two guys, Max and Ethan, if a Desiree has to go up and front face, you guys need to drop back. When that happened, Ethan was able to drop back, and he was able to get this steal because a Desiree was in front. He disrupted that pass, which then went to Ethan because Ethan dropped back because a Desiree was front facing his man. So in that 2-3 trap, this is a fantastic strategy that you should be looking to run. Now, after we picked off this pass, watch this. As soon as Ethan got that ball, he doesn't dribble right away. He looks to outlet down court as fast as possible. Sebastian then passed over to Keneal, who was then able to go in for that shot. Well, he got fouled, but we were then able to get some free throws. Now going back to the half-court trap once again, I always try and tell my guys to front face as much as possible. Middle guy is behind the middle man where they would normally pass to the middle, but if that pass goes to the middle, he needs to get in front and these guys need to drop back. However, I want these side guys, Ethan and Max, to be able to get in front and front face their man. Ethan was able to do that here. He gets that steal. Right away, he looks down court. I always tell my guys you need to transition as fast as possible and score off your defense, and that was exactly what we were able to do right here with only one dribble. It was fantastic. Now we're going to watch this sequence in total with a couple of pauses. So again, we are cutting off that middle drive. We're forcing this guy sideline or to pass sideline. When he makes that pass, he makes it to that wing. Ethan didn't get in front in time to be able to cut that off, but then Sebastian, number 23, was able to go over there and to trap that sideline. At this time, when he traps that sideline, they have their hands up. They're not pushing. They're not getting their hands on. Now, this man was able to reverse out and take that ball back to middle, which was a very good thing. Now, in this time, Keneal was right in front. He was able to almost get there in time to kick off or pick off that pass. However, he was unable to get there in time. Now, they tried to rush their offense and get the ball to the rim. We tried to intercept that, but it was unsuccessful. However, with Max cutting off the ability to have a free lane to the basket, this was what was allowed to make this guy miss, and then a Desiree was able to get that defensive rebound. So when you're trying to trap that ball, you always want to remember what the offense is trying to do to be able to beat your trap. So for example, here in this game, the coach of the other team was trying to have his team pass to the sideline a lot, which then allowed us to trap that sideline. And that's our goal. Our goal is to trap that sideline. Anytime that coach said pass to middle, Desiree was in the middle, and he was able to then get in front of his man, which is what you want to do, especially in the middle, and then the side guys then drop back, because now if you tip that pass and it goes to someone else, well, that someone else is going to be your teammate. So this is how you can defend yourselves, essentially, if you are in a situation where the other team is trying to beat your trap. You can then proactively basically go after them just slightly different, where instead of trying to front face everybody, you can then just allow your man to be in behind, jump in front when the pass gets there, and then the wings drop back to get that tipped pass. Anyways, I hope that these tips help your team win more games. If they do, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.